Hello, in this video I'm going to be showing you how to use filters when customizing a data view in Aware in order to identify students by a particular score range. This might be very useful if you are identifying students who may not just have scored a particular performance level. Maybe you're trying to work on boosting students up to a higher performance level, or making sure that students on the lower end of the performance level stay in that performance level. So for example, if you're trying to work on students who are almost at meets and just barely at meets, then we would want to use a particular score range rather than filter for the performance level. So in order to do that, we're going to go ahead and come down to all my students. Again, you can always switch to particular class periods once you have gotten into the data view, or if you're a principal, use quick views. And then drill down to a STAR test or a benchmark or any kind of campus test. Then what you want to do is you want to come to the edit button so that we can customize this data view. We're going to leave just this one test on the test tab, and we're going to go to the columns tab. And we are going to apply a filter to one of these numerical data fields, depending on which one you want to do. If you're going to use your percent score, you can do that. If you're doing a STAR test, you can do the same exact process. If you're interested in a particular scale score range, or the same thing, you can apply the exact same process to the raw score. I'm going to stick with percent score. I'm going to click it. I'm going to come down and add filter. Then I've got these different options. So you have, when it's a numerical field like this, you have equals, doesn't equal, greater than, less than. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say that I want to apply a filter to find students who are just barely below the meets range all the way to the lower end of the meets range. So on this test, 70% was the lowest possible percent you could earn in order to get meets. And so I'm going to go ahead and this is completely up to you, I'm going to go ahead and start at 60. Start at 60% and go up to about 75%, so I can get those kids that I feel like I could push up. They're at the higher end of approaches and I could push them up to meets if I just focus in on their needs. So I'm going to start with, I want to get 60 as my lowest score range, but if I chose 60, it actually does not include this number. So if I chose this and 61 was an option, it would start with any scores that are at 61. So you have to always go, when it's greater than, you have to go one number lower so that it starts at the next number. It's greater than 59, so it starts at 60. Now, if I chose to update, this would give me all scores greater than 59, but I actually want to do a range. So in order to do a range, I need to add in another filter. Also, same filter to this same column, percent score. I'm going to add filter again while percent score is selected. And then I get another filter that pops up. This time, I want to do less than. Now again, if I want to include 75 as one of my, as like my top score, then I have to go up 1 point in order to get, have 75 included. Now, once I click elsewhere and I set these two filters, you'll notice this OR. If I clicked update, it would not filter any scores down. It would give me all the scores greater than 59 or less than 76. Well, that's every single score. So what you have to do if you're doing this double filter on a score range, you have to click that first one again and change it to and. That option only appears after you add a second filter to the same column. So now I've got anything greater than 59 and less than 76. Click update. And now I've got a list of students who scored within this 60 to 75% score range. An extra tip, you might go ahead and add them to a monitor list. That way you could analyze their data on any and every assessment after this one, in case you're trying to see if they're making progress, moving up towards meets or more comfortably up into the meets performance level on other assessments.